Hello everyone. How are you? Hi Dorothy. Hi Dar. Can I have a little tea? Cheers. You missed me? I missed you too. I hope you're doing well, Miss Dorothy. I certainly do. So is everybody, are you seeing me and hearing me okay? Hi Lori. Hi, Merdina. Hey, Nancy. It is Drama-Free Friday. It is. Hey, Marianne and Patty. You're glad to have a Drama-Free Friday. Me too. It's been a crazy couple of weeks here. Thanks, Patty. Much appreciated. Hello, Tori and Jane. Linda McAllister is in the house. Hey, Sylvia. Hello, Patricia. It's nice to have you join us. Thank you so much for being here. So how have you been? I hope you've been doing really well since last I saw you. It's been, what, 2 weeks? It's been a whole 2 weeks. Is that right? Yeah. No. Has it been a month yet? 2 weeks or a month. I don't know. Time just sort of gets blurry every once in a while, doesn't it? Yeah, Linda is here. How am I? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm happy. I was going to wear a Santa hat today, but it looked pretty crappy, so I said, never mind. We'll scrap the cap. Hi, Cindy and Miss Allie, and is it Sheena? I hope that's correct. It's great to see you. Hello, Ruth. It's so wonderful to see you. Time flies. Hi, Kimberly. Patricia, you miss me? I miss you guys too. Hello, Sally Ann, Not That Martha, and Nanette. And we've got some some new names in the chat that I don't even know how to say. I'm going to say Irit. If I say it wrong, I do deeply apologize. Hi, Ina. Hi, Carol. Wow, great to see you guys. I look jiffy. Linda McAllister says I look jiffy. I don't know what that means. I hope it means I look okay. Hi, Petka. I pronounced it right, Sheena? Wow, that was a lucky guess on my part. From Israel. How wonderful. Yeah, if you guys want to stick your, in the chat, if you want to stick in the country that you're from, that would be great. I always love to see where everyone's coming from, and we have such a wonderful worldwide audience. I just deeply appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your day to come and join me for what we call Drama-Free Friday. Yeah, why do we call it that? Because there's enough drama in the world. We certainly are aware of that right now. But, I'm just going to tell you, I refuse to buy into it. So, I'm going to let the rest of the world do their drama thing. And right here in my studio, in my little corner of the world, we're just going to have fun and enjoy it. Germany. Cool. Got a bunch of USA people, of course, which is wonderful. Canada. Germany. Hello, Miss Chrissa. Miss Chrissa, I know, hails from Greece. So, Linda says, jiffy means, in my book, you look good or nice. Oh, good. I was hoping that's what you meant, Linda. Hello, Roesta. Nova Scotia. Oh, that's great. That's just so much fun to see where everybody comes from. So I hope you've been having, I hope that you've been having a good creative time while I've been doing a bunch of stuff around here in the studio and at HowToGetCreative.com, because that's my real job, is how to get creative. Hello, Orla. So in case any of you are new and you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Barb Owen. And HowToGetCreative.com is where I spend most of my time, which is a membership website, although we do have a blog there that has I post information on frequently, and I've been doing some review videos for YouTube here. Hey, Joyce Rigby, how good to see you. Wonderful. And Linda, we got several Lindas here today. That's wonderful. Hey, Janice and Pavla. Hey, Pavla, good to see your name in the chat too. So, yeah, so anyway, where was I? See, that's what happens. I start reading the chat and then my train of thought goes twittering off down a trail. Hello, Barbara. Yes, so announcement, a quick announcement, the VIP class, those of you who are VIP members at the website, your class is tomorrow, and I will send your link out later today, so just, you know, make a note. I did send an email earlier in the week, but just make a note of that. Miss Ruth, hello. Barb Ross is in the house. Yeah, that's what Ruth calls me, Barb Ross. I'm having a little illegal fluids with you guys while we're chatting here. Hello, Bonnie. It's really nice to see you guys. So don't forget, VIP members, the VIP class is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Your link will come in your email later today. Let's see, what else? I got a couple of cards that I wanted to show you guys. One of my computer and one of my cameras are having a fight at the moment, so I don't have some. If I look a little awkward today, that's because I am. So yeah, don't you love that? Just getting my stuff readjusted here for a second. Okay, back to what I was doing. So I got a couple of cards in the mail, so I wanted to show these to you. This one is from Q, and I've shown some other things that Q has sent in the past. And I just thought this was really nice. It's embossed. The card is embossed, and then she's done a bunch of inking on it. But I thought that was a really nice embossing folder. That was really pretty. And I love the color combination, of course. I've had it for a few weeks. And then this was the inside of the card. And I don't have any idea what these are. I don't know if these are from scrapbook paper or what. But anyway, I thought it was really very, very nice. So I appreciate that. And so that's from, I call her Q. And she is in Canada. Hello, Josie and Skinny Cat and anybody else that I might have missed. Hello, Meg. I see you there. Anybody I missed? Hi, Galena. Great to see you guys. And this card is from Jamie. I don't know if she's here. APG Jamie. And so this is a card that she sent. This is, let me see if I can, well, I set it here so you guys can look at it. Let me see if I can find her little note. She says, congratulations, you won my card lottery. I think that's a really cool thing that Jamie does, APG Jamie, because she has a list that she draws from, and then, you know, draws names and stuff, and then she'll send a card to you if your name comes up. So I think that's really nice. She says, please find and close a greeting card. It may or may not also include some kind of ephemera, shrugs. I sure hope you like it. In any case, I really want you to know I'm thankful for you, and I don't mean just for watching my YouTube channel, APG Jamie, or the video where I made this card dated November 17th entitled Thankful for Y'all Greetings. Thankful for y'all greetings. Where I was going on with this long run on and on and on and on, some more sentence. Oh yeah, thank you. Peace, love, and harmony in all you do, APG Jamie. And then she also sent a little dictionary, piece of text dictionary paper, and this adorable little girl. I thought she was adorable. I think that's one of Tim Holt's, what's he called? Found relatives, I think. Yeah, APG Jamie is great. So anyway, I wanted to show that. So if you want to see how she did that, go to her YouTube channel, which is APG Jamie. I believe that's what she goes by. And her YouTube channel on November 17th, and you can see how she did that. All right, so those were 2 really nice cards that I got in the mail. So I wanted to show those and say thank you. Also, we're, of course, staring down the barrel of holidays. And we're going to do holiday stuff today. And hello, Peg, and who else did I miss? Deborah, and anybody else I missed. Please know that I'm so glad you joined us today. So one of the things that's going on right now, if you happen to be someone who's not familiar with Cece, who is in Canada, her YouTube channel is called Creations Cece. So it's Creations. And no spaces or anything. It goes right into the name Cece, and it's spelled Ceecee. So it's Creation Cece. That's her YouTube channel. Anyway, she's doing a series right now called The 12 Days of Christmas, and she has the drawings that she has drawn, and you can purchase from, I think it's from an Etsy shop. She did the same thing last year in 2016. This is the 2017 series, and you can buy those if you want to download them and use them in your artwork or to color them or whatever. Anyway, she's going through filming her way of coloring those images, and they're really interesting to watch. Some she's doing with colored pencils, some she's doing with watercolor, and some she's doing some kind of mixed media thing. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage you to take a look at, if you're not familiar with her work, take a look at those. And if you're wanting some inspiring holiday images, her illustrations are wonderful. Yeah, they are wonderful. Okay, so that was that. So the next thing we're going to do, okay, I have a big drum roll. While I have been away from you guys, I finished up a boatload of Santas for Tiger Claws Carvings, also known as Clawsman, who is in the chat. You can ask him questions if you need to ask questions. And so some of these guys are tall, so I may have to kind of monkey around with the cameras a little bit. But anyway, I thought I would show them to you. So I'm going to show you the brand new ones for this year. In case you don't know, my husband, Clawsman, is a wood carver. And yeah, I love watching Cece too. I really do. She's great. Hello, Catherine. Nice to see you in the chat. Thank you for joining me. So we do a line of hand-carved. My Clawsman does the carving, and they're usually from basswood, which is a northern basswood is what he uses because of the type of wood it is. And so what I'm going to show you is the crop of guys that we have going on this year. This one is actually, it could or might not be a Santa. I haven't named him as a Santa. So let me see if I can show him to you. First of all, we'll start at his feet, because he has a friend. So I'll show you at his feet. So this guy might or might not be a Santa. Okay. Hey, CB. And so I'm going to give you close-ups of things. So I think that it's entirely possible that Muppet might have been a little bit of a model for the friend who is sitting between the shoes of this guy. Okay, so let's see if I can... Sorry, I'm getting some extra crap in my shot here, so see if we can get more of him in here. They're tall, and so that is, that's always a good challenge. Trying to figure out what, there we go. Okay, maybe. Okay, we're just going to have to put up with the extraneous stuff that you're seeing in order for you to be able to see him. So, here is this guy's face, and he's pretty tall. He does have a friend with him. So, this guy might or might not be a Santa. I can almost get him in where you can see him. But all of these guys have a name or a little story that go with him. And so I'll just kind of let you take a look at him. And this is his little story. They're just little short quips. Cowboy Sam loves to spend time with his best friend. They spend long hours tromping through the snow, enjoying nature, fishing, checking fences, and just being together looking at the land. Anytime you see Sam, his best friend Digger is close by. So this is Digger. Now Digger could be a girl or Digger could be a boy. We don't know. But he has on a rawhide coat, and he might be a Santa taking the day off. You just don't ever know. Clausman's in the chat, and where he gets his inspiration is I don't know. I don't know where he gets his inspiration. He starts and they just, they just come out of that wood. But I love, I'm going to give you a real close-up of Digger. So Digger has on a tag and a collar. And you can see Digger's tail in the back. But I kind of think that that our Muppet might have inspired some of this one. You'll know it's one of our pieces when you have initials RLO and a tiger paw carved into or stamped into the piece. That's how you know it's one of ours. Okay, so there is Cowboy Sam. Okay, Cowboy Sam. And Muppet helped with this one. He admitted Muppet helped. Muppet is our mixed breed, very mixed breed puppy dog, who was a rescue from a rescue here in town. I'm sorry I can't get him all in. I'll scoot him up here so you can see his face. She was rescued from an animal rescue here in town called Second Chance. All right, and here's another one that is very similar to Cowboy Sam, except there is no question about the fact that this guy is indeed a Santa. And his name is Saint Nick. Saint Nick spends most of his days in the workshop getting ready for the most important night in the year. One thing Nick knows for sure is how wonderful it is to spend a little time every day being with his little friend, Callie. So there's Callie. Anytime Santa Nick is ready for a break, Callie follows him to their special spot for a quick nap, and then it's back to business as usual. So there's Callie. We used to have a calico cat, and her name was Tigger. You could always tell how old our kids were by the names of the pets. We had a rabbit one time that was called Archie Bunker. But we had a calico kitten that showed up in the back in a tree. She was just a tiny little thing. And she didn't look exactly like this, but she had those definite orange splotches. And so he's similar to the other guy, but they're not the same. Just so you can see, their faces, no matter what, their faces turn out differently. Even though they're similar, they're different. So one in their profiles are a little bit different. So one is a cowboy and the other is definitely a Santa. One has Digger and one has Callie. So that's those two guys. Okay, now some of you saw me paint this one. I don't know whether you saw him finished or not, but some of you got to see this one being painted. I'm trying to keep myself organized here. It's a challenge here today. It's a challenge. Okay, so this one, some of you saw me paint at least parts of him. Santa is finished with this year's whirlwind of activities and toy building. He's turned the workshop over to the elves while he takes a much-needed break. Santa, dressed in his favorite polka dot shirt, walks through the woods near the workshop. And who should join him but his old pal, Easter Bunny. His old pal, Easter Bunny. Wouldn't you like to know what they talk about? Yeah, wouldn't you like to know what they talk about? The profile fits your hubby, CB. So, Easter Bunny even has a little fluffy cottontail. I love his stance. He's got, you know, his knees are kind of bent. He's got a little bit of a pot belly going on here. The wood does talk to the artist, that's for sure. And then when I get a hold of them and start painting on them, you know, I just see what happens, you know. So there is his name is just Santa. Okay, next one. And some of you may have seen this one too. I think I painted part of this one on a stream a few weeks ago. And this guy, if you look at him, he looks pretty innocent, right? Did you know that Santa has a bit of an ornery streak? If you don't believe it, just look at his face, because he's kind of got that sideways glance going, right? And you'll see the twinkle in his sideways glance. He seems to be thinking about something. And when he turns around, I bet you can figure out what it is. You better duck. Hi, Shoe. And each of these, all of the accessory pieces, the snowballs and the pipes and everything that we use for accessory pieces, those are all hand carved as well. So there is the ornery Santa. So some of these are already sold. I'm just hanging on to them so I could show them to you. Okay, next one. This is Jolly Old Saint Nick. He's checking his list as he prepares for his big night. His friend always helps by double-checking to be sure that every name is spelled correctly. The countdown has begun. Oh, thanks, Josie. That's very sweet of you. So he has a list, and I'll turn it over so maybe you can see that indeed his list has lots of names on there. Let's see what's on here. There's Johnny and David and Eric and Travis and Billy and Kristen and Mary and Melody and Richard and I can't read that one. Dee Dee, I think it says. Dylan, Frankie, Drew, Emma, Judy, Ned. There's Ruth, Mary. And I can't read the rest of them because Santa's writing is pretty bad. Santa's writing is pretty bad. So there is, and the little cardinal is hand carved as well. So he's checking his list. And then his little friend, I love his face, how jolly his face is. And his friend's helping him check the list to make sure everything's spelled right. Where's Linda on the list? Well, there is a ton of lists. Look, that list is curled. I don't know if you can see, but that list is curled around and around. Yeah, that list is curled around and around. So it's on there, I'm telling you. It's on there. Yep, your names are on there. I know they are. Okay, this guy is quite tall, and his name is Papa Noel. Let's see if I can turn him up so you can see his face. Papa Noel has found a beautiful red bird who needs some loving care. He tenderly holds her with the remnants of the nest and carries her back to Mrs. Claus. She will know exactly what to do. Then it's back to doing what Papa Noel does, spreading love and cheer. So he has this tiny little bird that he found, and the nest is made from the carvings, the shavings of wood. So that's the nest. I don't know if you can, I'm trying to do the best I can to show them to you. Let me zoom in here. So you can see the nest. So it's tiny. Everything's tiny. The bird's tiny. Carving, I mean, painting these little things is tiny. But let me tell you, carving them, yeah. Carving them is a whole different kettle of fish. And these, this one is painted with reds, and then the highlights, all the highlights on the robe the edges are caught with gold. So he's quite an elegant guy. Thanks, Josie. Yeah, we are a team. Here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. I'm just going to tell you this straight up. I don't carve and he doesn't paint. So we've been married a long time, and we have to stay married because I can't carve and he can't paint. And there's a lot of people that depend on us to do this because they're collectors and this is what they do. That's what they want. So we have no choice. We have to stay married, you know. Okay, and so there is that guy. His beard is down behind the bird and so forth, but there you can see his face. We've been married for a long time. Getting close to 45 years, folks. Yeah, getting close. Okay, the next Santa. Santa is a friend of all. Santa, friend of all, is joined by his friends Fox and Redbird. Since Santa was headed toward Fox's home, he hopped inside the stocking to stay warm. Santa is always happy to spend some time with his friends. So there is the little fox. He also has a jolly face. I'll give you a close-up of the little fox. This piece is already sold. We have several of them that are gone. I just kept them so you guys could see them. But this one's already been sold. And there's the little red bird sitting on the stocking. They're not all sold. No, just some of them. We still have quite a few pieces. Well, I won't say quite a few. We have several. But we do have some collectors that collect every year that haven't seen them yet. So, but anyway, I thought the little fox was really sweet. And there's his face. So that's Santa, friend of all. This one, let me back out a little bit. This guy is named Abbott. Sometimes their names just pop out. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're a struggle. This is Abbott. Abbott has just completed his world tour, so it's time to relax. He dons his favorite stocking cap. So you can see he has on a stocking cap. Loosens his belt and breathes a sigh of relief. The reindeer are stabled, and it's time for a piping hot cup of coffee. Hi, Carla. And so there is Abbott. And Abbott is one of the, he's one of the shorter pieces. Sometimes the shorter pieces are incredibly more challenging in some ways to complete, not only the carving, but the painting. And this guy is mounted on a piece of walnut. So this is walnut that he's on. And this came from Clausman's grandfather's farm. And of course his pipe, which is a nice long pipe, is hand carved as well. So yeah, I really like the way he turned out. He was challenged, this one was, but he turned out really well. I was real happy with him. And this one is Father Christmas. He's another one that's kind of on the taller side, so we'll scoot him up here where you can see what he looks like. I know the pipes and all the little accessories, they really are tiny, aren't they? So this is Father Christmas, who holds a very special gift of brass and crystal. He hasn't told me where he's taking it. Maybe it's for you. So there is his gift that he's holding. It's brass and crystal. Thanks, Ruth. And so this is Father Christmas, and he is, I mean, he is a completely different character. Much more stately in some ways. And his cape is trimmed in gold. His robe underneath is trimmed in, this is trimmed in copper. I don't know that you can see that. And all the highlights in the robe are picked up with a little bit of copper. So that's Father Christmas. I like his face. And his hat is kind of a different style of Santa hat. Yeah, he's a little bit more on the holy side. It's true. And then we also did a couple of snow people this year. So this is Sparkles. Let's see if I can get enough that you would be able to see Sparkles. Sparkles is pretty tall. Sparkles' hat kind of flops over. Sparkles definitely lives up to his name. From the star on his hat, and he has stars here around his hat, to the stars on his beautiful coat, Sparkles shines the light of peace wherever you find him. But beware! Sparkles has been known to toss a snowball now and then. And if you don't believe it, there's evidence right down here. Yeah, there's evidence that he has tossed a couple of snowballs. He has a carrot nose, which is also hand carved. If you can see that. Let me zoom in so you can see the details. So he's got, there's his carrot nose. That's carved separately and then attached. And then there's a scarf, and the trim on his robe is kind of a cheetah fur sort of thing. And the snowballs, of course, are all hand carved as well. You ought to hear what comes out of the workshop while he's trying to carve those little snowballs. I have to delouse. I have to delouse all the bad words that sometimes get said. Hey, Zandra. So that is Sparkles. And then we have one more snow couple. And this guy's, these are tall. So I'm going to have to do my best to show them to you. So we're going to start up here with the face. He's got a very tall, slouchy hat on. And let me find their little story here. It's here somewhere. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to move him out because the story starts right down here with this little guy. Frosty Jr.